Okay, welcome. My name is Gavin, and inside this video today, I'm going to help you ensure that you win Salesperson of the Month this next month, or that you have your best month ever. And I'm going to give you 5 unconventional steps. So there'll be things you're like, well, that sounds kind of similar, but then there's going to be a massive tweak on a change of thinking and a way of doing it that is going to make a massive difference for you in your sales career. And the reason why I'm giving you 2 options is maybe you're new and you're like, I don't know if I can be salesperson of the month. Let's get you to your best month ever. And I would caution if you think, well, I'm new, I can't do it and be top person of the month. That's BS. You have an advantage as a salesperson. You don't have the baggage. You don't know what you don't know. Just go and make it happen. You can still set that intention. But if you've been there for a while, I'm going to help you in this video ensure that this month you're the top salesperson of the month. Now, again, my name is Gavin Weber. I've been in sales for 29 years. I've been a trainer. I've been a sales manager. I've been a general manager. I have been in sales, boots on the ground, many of those years. I would say 60% of those years. And I just sometimes get tired of managing people, and I just like being out there selling and in front of people and connecting and stuff. I really have a passion for that. But this is my first video on YouTube for sales. I have other YouTube channels that I've done, but this is my expertise. This is where I can provide the most value. And this is what I know I should have started years ago because I want to share with people and I want to help you improve your life. And if you have chosen this wonderful world of sales, congratulations. And I'm sorry, right? Because it is a whirlwind. It'll kick you hard, right? Where it's not fun. And I want to make it easier on you. So that's what these videos, that's what this channel is going to be about. If this is up your alley, go ahead, subscribe this. I'm kind of doing a test. I won't continue. There's not enough people that, show a lot of interest, but I am going to put out, quite a few videos. So I have a lot more coming, have them all, planned. So I'm excited you're here. Let's get back to this. 5 unconventional steps that are going to ensure you have your best month or that you are the top salesperson if there's multiple, salespeople at your company. Now, I have been in construction sales for quite a while, and it's a one call close. I feel like that's kind of like the big leagues right in front of you. You get a yes or no. Right now, it's a big ticket item. I average about 17,000. Then I go out and within a couple hours, ask people to say, hey, let's move forward with this. And I've been in timeshare sales. I've done real estate, which I say is more consultative selling. And I've done just about every industry. So I won't go into all that. There'll be other stories. But here's the first thing that I want to make sure you do to ensure that you're the top salesperson is that you make that the goal, right? You can't hit something that you don't aim for. I used to have a mentor that said, most people aim for nothing and hit it with 100% accuracy. Like, how true is that? So if you want to be the top guy, you want to have your best month, you better set that as the intention. And what's going to happen is one of 2 things is going to happen. It's going to feel like an imposter syndrome where you're like, I don't know if that's possible. And you have to notice that, or you're going to take on that confidence and that vibe and that energy. Like, this is happening. This is who I am. And it's going to help you show up how it's going to be necessary on every appointment you have that you're working optimally for your client. Okay. And so I just feel like when I have coached people in the past, and I coach a lot of people on my team right now, just as kind of friends and for fun, is that, they're getting exactly what they're expecting. Is they don't have really goals. They don't have the aspirations to have their best month. And no wonder it doesn't happen. So you need to do that. And what's going to happen with that is it's going to change your attitude and your expectations and your actions and everything you do. You'll notice a difference. And it also solves, like, if you feel like the monotony of something, if you feel like, oh gosh, I've been doing this forever and I'm not excited about it, like, set an audacious goal and come up with something like this that you're like, no, this is going to be different this month. You will enjoy your job. Number 2 is there's no excuses for the time of year. I'm saying this right now because a lot of times it's going into the summer. People are like, oh, school's coming out. Like where I work in Florida and I work with a lot of seniors, it's like, oh, the snowbirds are gone. We're going into summer. It's a time to relax. It's a time to like, make excuses that we're slower. Bullshit. Okay. Do not let yourself buy into that. If somebody else tries to say that to you, I'm like, hey, listen, I'm not going into that, because slow times you get to maximize your ability. You might have a little bit less appointments, then you can be even more on. That's the time to get better at your craft. That's the time to improve. That's the time to give every appointment 100%, which you should do anyways. Okay. And then if it's a busier time of the year, yeah, that's where you get to get, fatter with sales. You get to pad your stats. Of course you should kill it then, but you should not just do well when it's busier. You should do tremendously well. And you'll notice that I'm going to talk a lot about mindset. I'm going to change how you think about sales, how you think about what's possible. I want to help you. This is one of my biggest edges is mindset. And I'll go into that in a little bit more in another step. But you'll notice that throughout this. Let me give you a quick story. In our company, a lot of times, June, July, August are the slowest months. So what did they do last summer? They said, hey, we're going to do a promotion in July to kind of drive some extra sales. It was a big promotion. It was a big bonus. Like if you hit like 225, it was a pretty good chunk. If you hit 275, good chunk. If you hit like 325, big chunk, right? That was the top. So I'm hitting that. And I was excited. And I did that. Not only did I have my best month ever, I'd done like 320 in a month. I crushed the sales record. I did 404,000 net. I think I did like 440,000, had a couple of cancels. And I think it was like a 45% close rate, which in our industry, 25 is pretty decent. 22 is kind of, okay. 20 is kind of average. So like I blew it out of the water, not bragging, letting you know that I changed my mindset because I was dripping and I was like, this is happening. And all of a sudden I got some more appointments that month than normal because somebody was like sick, and everything aligned to allow that to happen. All of a sudden, like, it just seemed like a lot of people were interested. Did I get better leads, or was I being rewarded with my intention? I would say I was being rewarded with my intention. And because I've seen it over and over, when I'm all of a sudden the leads just seem to be better when I'm in a good place. And when I'm not in a good place, it seems like I'm getting shit leads. I mean, for any manager out there or owner, like you probably laughing at that right now. That's what like salespeople like blaming on the leads. If you blame things on the leads, your sales career is going to be short-lived. And you think, oh, this, they just have a better opportunity. BS. I work in a company right now that does a good job of not showing favoritism. Everybody gets the same kind of leads. And I know that's fact. And that is important at your business. If you cherry pick leads for people, you are ruining your sales team, and it's going to come back to bite you, and it'll never be great. It's a little side note. Number 3, okay, is make your weaknesses your strengths. So the things that you don't think you're good at, or you're not good at, you have got to work very quickly. Even a half an hour on something will make a great difference. But what I mean by that is you don't feel like you're good at overcoming objections. You're not good at the warm-up. You're not good at like the questionnaire. You're not good at connecting with them, or you're okay in those areas. You feel like on the back end, you kind of fall apart and you get nervous when they start giving you, no's or objections, or I need to think about it. You've got to know that and go turn that into something you're confident about. So right now, think about, hey, this is 2 or 3 areas that I'm bad at, or I'm okay at, and this is where I want to improve. And I know if I got better at that, and then go talk to somebody who's really good at that. Go research it. Go watch YouTube videos. Go role play it, but turn it into a strength. This alone will make a drastic difference next month, this month, but also well into your sales career, and keep that habit. Like, how can you get better and better and better? I have gotten really good at sales because I've been doing it for 29 years. You'll see everything just rolls off my tongue. I don't even think about it. It's literally like walking for me. But that took a lot of time and a lot of pain, a lot of kicking the nuts, right? So, the quicker you can get up to speed with turning your weaknesses into strengths, the better. Okay. Now, I kind of, on that note, another quick story. Part of the reason why I'm starting this channel is I had a newer rep call me the other day and say, Gavin, I'm struggling. Can you answer some questions? Talked to him for 30 minutes on the way to my appointment, the way to his appointment. And he had some big time weaknesses. I'll give you one. He didn't believe in the price. And so when people would give him price objection, like, you guys are overpriced, or this is ridiculous, like, he'll like, oh yeah. And I was like, hey man, like, that's your biggest problem. You don't believe in this. And that's crazy. They have their beliefs. They are wrong, but they don't know better. They don't know they're wrong. Your job is to show them, this is what it costs. This is why it's worth that. This is what it's going to do for you. And prove it to them. Your presentation, your systems, everything you are in that room needs to be a strength for overcoming and you believing in the price. If you don't believe in it, why would anybody else pay that? Right? So that's another example of what I'm talking about, but it's also an example of why I've decided to start this channel. Is like, he went and sold that next deal after that. He's like, Gavin, thank you so much. I did what you said, and it made a world of difference. So you might think, oh no, this is just the way it is. This is as good as it can get. No, it can get much, much better. Number 4, when I used to be in timeshare, okay, don't judge me. But I learned so much about sales and timeshare because, those people are getting a gift to be there. They don't want the timeshare. Are you kidding me? Like, literally, they're getting paid to be there, and then you've got to sell them something from like $15,000 to $30,000 right there within 2 hours. And I learned so much about that. But talk about the big league of sales. I don't like to be associated with a lot of like the reputation for timeshares, but I did the right way, and I connected with people, and I really made it about the right thing. I made it about them. So I did pretty well in that, and was one of the top people there too, very quickly, won some trips and stuff, fun. But what I want to say on number 4 is, one of my sales managers had this saying, and this is when I did really well, and I really believed in this. And all you talk about is SSM, superior state of mind. And so, here we go in there, like, everybody in here who's got a superior state of mind is going to be the top salesperson. When the people give you like, oh, I just want to get out of here. Oh, I'm just here for the gift. Oh, I just want to, I don't want to spend the money, or I don't care about vacations, all the things that you hang in there and you fight for them because your mindset is, how valuable this is for them and what the memories is going to make, for them. And so I took that on. That's a superior state of mind. You need to take that on for your business. What are you selling? Do you believe in it? Do you believe in it so much you will take a stand for people and not believe their bullshit? You're there. They're interested. Why is your opportunity or company or service the best thing for them? And you better be able to prove it, and you better believe it. Like I was just saying on step number 3 on your strengths and weaknesses. But you've got to show up to every appointment with that superior state of mind that you're there to be of service, that you're there to help them, and you are got to do that. Not in a pressure closing manipulative way, which I'll talk about a lot, but you're ready to be of service because of your mindset. And if you can just bring that again, that's going to make a dramatic difference. All of these will. So that was number 4. Have a superior state of mind and develop that and bring it. Number 5. And I know you're in sales, right? But this is going to sound so like common sense to so many of you. But I feel like when I talk to people, when I consult, when I coach, when I've trained people, they miss this. Your job in sales is to get a yes or a no. That's your job. Okay. No maybes. No, I need to think about it. Listen, a no is fine. A no is going to happen. A no is part of sales. You have to embrace that, to know that. You have to not let it bother you. I got a no. Nice. Now, of course, yeses are better in certain circumstances. Sometimes the no was the right thing for them. Sometimes you should be telling them, this is a no. This doesn't make sense for you. You do it for your psyche because you know you're doing the right thing for people, but you're doing it for them too. Of like, it doesn't make sense. Let them off the hook. Do not sell stuff to people who like it's not a good fit for, and do not tell me that your product or service is a good fit for everyone. It's not. I would say 5 or 6. If I have 40 appointments a month, or let's just use that as an example, 5 or 6 times a month, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. What you want is not what we do, and we're not a good fit. And if I can tell them where to go, I do. But a lot of times I say, hey, this is the best advice I can give you. That's what I'm here to do, is be of service. And so this is the direction I'd recommend going. Thanks for having it out. Thanks for the opportunity, but we're not the fit, right? You should do that on the no's. But on the yeses, that's, if that's kind of what we're there for. If we don't get enough yeses, we're probably not going to be in sales for very long. But what we're doing as people is helping people move forward with the decision, one way or the other, that is best for them. You've done everything to show them why your company, why your service or product is going to solve their needs, is the best thing for them. You have to believe that. You have to ooze that. You have to own that, right? And it better be that way. That'll be a whole nother video. Yet it's imperative that you get an answer from them. Maybes are no good. You let them off the hook. You let them down. That a maybe is like, you let them down. People will say to me all the time, and this is another video, and I'm not going to handle the objection. I need time to think about it. But I will leave appointments to say, hey, listen, I respect it. You need time to think about it. But I want to let you know that, like, just so we can both be clean and have a clean break and no hard feelings, it's a no. Like, rarely do I ever hear back from people. And people try to argue with me, say, no, we like to sleep on it. No, we like to, we just always like to talk about it and stuff. But we just, we never do anything the first day. I'd say 90% of my first appointment sales, people say, we're not doing anything today. Wonderful. No, yeah, we don't have to go there. But that's not the real thing. When people tell you they need to think about it, they are telling you no. And you need to know that. You need to understand that. And I go so as far as to tell people that, to let them off the hook. Now, I don't go there until I know I've exhausted everything. But I'm not going to let myself think that they're going to give me a call back. If they do, great. But like, that's false hope. You need to think about it as false hope. And if you can have that in your mindset, that is a superior state of mind. You get a yes or no. So when you have that state of mind that way, that as they think about it is a no right now, then you're not the direction of yes, and you can start moving in that way, in a service-oriented way, without like feeling like you're closing or pressuring or manipulating them. I hope you can see the distinction there of the difference. But your job, again, this next month, you go into every appointment, I'm going to get a yes, wonderful, or I'm going to get a no. And I don't let anybody off the hook with anything in between. Game changer, I'm telling you. Giving you all the secrets of like why I've been so successful, why I've done so well, without being sleazy or salesy. I'm extremely professional, which you will see when I share with you more stuff on this channel. So now, on that note, I'm going to give you a bonus step. I know this is getting longer. I'm trying to give you as much value as quickly as I can. I'm talking fast, but here's the bonus. Be detached. Set the intention that you're going to have your best month ever. Go in with confidence, but don't be attached to getting that yes. Like, just go in and do your best. Show up with that energy. Go through the process. Hang in there and be detached. Like, hey, it's not going to change, my life. I say to people 3 different things on every appointment. In the beginning, I'll say something like, hey, I'm here to see if this, what we offer aligns with what your needs are, and see if it makes sense. And we'll see. And some people, yes, and some people, no. Another time I'll tell people, which is when I get to the point of, actually getting, like the results, I'm like, half the people tell me yes, half the people tell me no. What is that doing? That's detachment. That's kind of like, it's okay. You say no. I'm like lowering the pressure. I'm giving them like, okay, I can say no. But what I'm psychologically also doing, this is not manipulative, I'm letting them know a choice is going to be made today. A choice is going to be made. Like, and then I'll tell people like how many installs I've done and what I've sold, because I want to show them that a lot of other people have thought just like them, that they want to think about it or they're not doing anything today and did it that day. In my career, I've had three people not, and what I'm doing right now for 3.5 years, three people not do it that day. So 462 out of 465. And those are, what I would call very random, rare callbacks. I don't ever want to rely on that. So don't press, don't overclose. Don't just be like, oh, I'm just going to pound them at the end. Be detached, be okay either way, but make sure they know in your process and system that you are going to make them an offer today and they can say yes or no. And that's one of my languages too, is like when I set the agenda, which I'm not going to talk about that here, but when I set the agenda, I'll let them know is like, I'm going to, here's the agenda. And at the end, I'm going to say, hey, does this work for you or not? And meet your needs. And, I'll ask for your business. They know. That is a pre-close very early on that most new salespeople miss. And if you can like be detached and be like, hey, I'm good with either yes or no, it's fine. Very, very powerful psychologically. So listen, I hope this has been valuable. I have so much more coming. I've written a bunch of videos. Like my next video for next week, or the next one I'm going to post out there, is about a battle buddy and why you should have it, and how to create it, what it means to you. Did you do not have this in your business or in your team? It's a game changer. So that'll be the next video. Subscribe, hit that bell button so you get that when I publish it. And there'll also be something right here. So comment, share this with people. If you got another buddy, let them, on your team, like, don't hoard this stuff for you. That's one of the things in my career is I got better when I started sharing and participating in meetings and doing training. Like I'm kind of one of the trainers now. Like when they have a new crew come in, I go up and do like a day training because of my success, and they want me in front of people. We have a system where we get recorded and most reps listen to my recording. I'm going to be sharing you all that with you here. Appreciate you being here. Let's get you where it's possible, enjoying your sales career, a happy, balanced life, the absolute, optimal results you can get. And, if you happen to be a manager, a sales manager, I'm going to go through a lot of great things with that. You can share this with your team. If you're an owner of a company, I've got some things in store for you too. I've got you all covered. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.